Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Brian Tripp, and I am joined by our next guest speaker at REI Live Birmingham, Mrs. Candace Pilgrim. How's it going today, Candace?
It's going great, Brian. Thank you so much for having me, and I'm so excited to join you guys next month.
Yes, so I'm excited for this reason. I'm excited for a lot of reasons, but we have not it's almost 5 years that we've been running this meetup. And we've never, not even one time, talked about apartments and talked about multifamily. So I'm really excited to learn more about multifamily, especially from someone who lives right here in the area, invests right here in the area. So before we, let's just start right there. What are you going to be talking about specifically? Obviously, you're multifamily, you're into apartments, but what are you going to be talking? Because there's so much, and it's so vast. And we can go over people's heads very, very quickly. But what specifically are we going to be teaching people about on our next meeting on October 19th?
So, yeah, I mean, multifamily is absolutely my passion. I feel like it's the best asset class in real estate. So let me throw that out there. I know I'm a little biased, but I want to tell the audience how anyone can get involved in multifamily, whether you have capital or not. There are so many different roles. It's absolutely a team sport. So I really want to lay out for the audience all the various different ways you can get involved and some of the first steps you could take, depending on that person's strengths, what routes they could take to get involved. So, I think that's very important to understand and just to understand the basics. So, yeah, I'm going to take it down to, an elementary level, because it can definitely go over someone's head that's even someone who has a plethora of real estate experience. If you don't have multifamily experience, it's hard to not understand the lingo. So I'll lay out the basics on why the audience should not overlook multifamily as they embark on their real estate journeys.
Candace, it can seem daunting, and it can seem, I think a lot of folks that typically show up to our meetings are kind of single family people. Understand the single family game. It's pretty kind of straightforward, so to speak. Multifamily has so many different facets to it. And it can be daunting, especially to someone who's newer. Are there some specific things that you're going to be, should new people come, or is it going to be too high level for them?
New people should absolutely come, because you have to start somewhere. And like I said, I'll go into a little bit of detail, and even if you may understand 80% of what I say, it's a start, right? So I think everyone should be exposed to multifamily. And like I said, just don't overlook multifamily. Don't think it's too complicated. Don't think that you have to have millions of dollars to get started. I think it's important for anyone, no matter how new they are, to at least have that exposure to this asset class.
And I don't want to kind of overlook what you said earlier, because I think it's really important that you said anybody can really get going with multifamily. Even it's not really, and I've heard this from a lot of people who do multifamily, it's a team sport. There's so many different facets to it. It's not, money is just one aspect versus management. There's like a million different things. How can just give us a little taste? Don't give everything away, but give us a little taste. How can someone who's brand new to real estate, like, just give us a couple of things? How can they actually get involved in multifamily?
Well, I'll say this. I know a large percentage of your audience, at least at the past events I've been to, are involved in wholesaling on the single family side, right? That's one way you could easily get involved in multifamily, not wholesaling, but using some of the same tactics to find those off-market deals, bring it to an operator that has that experience. And I know myself, my team at least, and I'm probably could speak for a lot of other teams as well, would be happy to take someone like that on, give them equity in the deal, and teach them the ropes. So maybe you want to take equity in a multifamily deal rather than a wholesale fee or a finder's fee, and you can learn the business that way, gain experience that way, all while cash flowing and owning a piece of a multi-million-dollar property.
That sounds pretty awesome to me. So I hopefully you're going to dig into more detail about that at the meeting on how specifically we can bring possible deals to you and your team. And this is the last thing I want to ask you as we get ready, guys. October 19th, it's a Tuesday night. It's coming up very, very soon. Get registered right now. I'm going to put the links somewhere. Just find the link, click on it, get registered for this free event. It's free for first-time guests. If you've never been to REI Live before, you can come for free and check it out and learn some multifamily. This is the last thing I want to ask you, Candace. What gives you the authority to talk on multifamily. Like, give us just a little bit of your experience of what you've done so far, specifically here in Birmingham.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. So I am a full-time multifamily operator and investor. It's all we do day in, day out, my husband included. So we've been focused on the multifamily asset class since 2018. And since 2018, we've acquired, currently in our portfolio, not counting anything that's sold, but currently we have 196 units and we have another 64 units under contract. And that's across 8 different assets. So we have kind of run the gamut of distressed deals, stabilized deals, deals in C areas, deals in A areas. So we have varied experience in the multifamily space, in addition to passive investments as well, where I've learned from other sponsors. So we've definitely been around the world in multifamily, and our target markets are Birmingham, Huntsville, and Montgomery. So we're very heavily Alabama focused with all those assets I just mentioned.
Yeah. Guys, no one better to learn from than Alabama's own, Birmingham's own, Candace Pilgrim. Can't wait to hear from you. It's going to be super exciting to learn more and dig more into multifamily. So thank you for doing this, guys. October 19th, Tuesday night, we meet at the Vulcan Park and Museum. I'll put the address. I'll put all the details somewhere in this video. Just find it, click on it, get registered, and we can't wait to see you guys on October 19th.